It's socialism for the poor where they've got to pay the price. It's Robin Hood in reverse. That's what these kind of people have to offer us. So yes, I feel contemptuous toward this kind of mentality. Okay, but I can't hate a living being, but I am upset, powerfully upset, man. And I've got to get it off my chest. I've got to let America know where I'm coming from and the rest of the world by extension. Because America is the trendsetters. People are looking us to be a shining light example. And we are failed miserably. The ship is on the rocks. Okay? We are done, man. We're sunk. And the wheels have fallen off the bandwagon. It's all coming apart. And the stock market is just, what's going on there is nothing. All that stuff's been going on up and down, the wide swings. It's up, it was 18,000 something when Trump took over less than 2 years ago. And now it's at what, 22 something? Okay, that's still a huge percentage increase in the Dow Jones, okay, since Trump's been in office in the whole. So all these people are just, talk about pseudo-alarmists. I'm trying to be a genuine alarmist and really get people to know what the kind of trouble we're in, how to look at this thing. And then these people say, oh, no, you got to freak out about the stock market. Remember, these stockbrokers are the only ones benefiting. They make money on the up and down, right? Whether they're buying or selling stocks and bonds and all this crap, right? These trades. So who's benefiting from this? All these people do. And then the holders of the bonds, they take some money out and they might spend it in your local community a few bucks. But the problems just keep getting worse. Our currency just keeps going down in worth. Currency debasement through cost of living inflation that's being manipulated upward. The government's involved because they get more money when they raise the property taxes, right? If the value, not the burden, not the cost, not the tax, okay, that you got to pay for that real estate, that property. No. It's always a benefit, right? It's always equity. It's always a, it's a positive term, right? So it's the value. It's a good thing. So the government's involved. That makes it fascist. We're in a lot of trouble. The government's become another collusive special interest group, working with the real estate companies and the lenders, contriving against the best will of the American people by debasing their housing dollars. That causes a chain reaction of currency debasement because everybody's trying to stay even Steven. And when they do that, they've got to raise the price for whatever services or commodities they're offering. It's a no-brainer. They're trying to survive. They're just trying to stay even. They're not even trying to get rich anymore. They're just trying to say, hey, I don't want to get pulled under the water with those people that are out living under the bridge now. I'm just trying to survive here, but they're not going to be allowed to because we got idiots like Bill Kristol, this commentator, this elitist scumbag. I mean, God loves him as much as he loves me, and but by his fruit you'll know him. I mean, he's got scummy belief system. His scummy belief system, I should say, of believing it's okay to be an elitist, to just a blatant in your face. Yes, I just think we need all the young, strong immigrants to come to America. It's a land of immigration, and this helps keep the cocky minimum wage workers in their place. I think, oh my God. And then I got to hear people like Alex Jones, with the intellectual prowess of Alex Jones, saying, hey, you know what, the problem is that we've gotten decadent in America, and the problem is because of prosperity, and Victor Hugo, what he said about prosperity making monsters and adversity making men. And I think to myself, oh my God, what the hell is going on here? Am I in Twilight Zone? What are people thinking? Doesn't he know that the buying power, just forget the number, the buying power of minimum wage, okay, back in the 60s, and then transpose that on the buying power of a minimum wage job today. Back in the 60s, a minimum wage job, you could support your entire family. You understand? Pay the mortgage, not rent, mortgage on your house. Now, how much will that cost to do today in your local community? Okay, so you want to know what minimum wage should be? And you think I'm radical? You think I'm hyperbolic? You think I'm exaggerating or embellishing these facts? This is math. Nobody can refute it. Nobody can argue with me. Because I know, but I can't worry if 99.99999% of the Earth's population disagrees with me. I've got to stick to the math, the science. I say, no, you're refuting what is reality here. So we've fallen far. What has happened? They're stealing the wealth of your labor. That's it, because labor creates the wealth. Okay? Everything gets done with a willing workforce. Nothing gets done without it. So we got to know what's going on here. And according to supply and demand, your cost of living is supposed to go down. And the rhyme and reason is that the logic behind that is that we as a civilized society, find easier and easier methods to produce all the things we first and foremost need: food, shelter, energy, clean water, okay? And then the things we want. So that's why they keep going down in price. And that means your currency keeps going up in worth. So while minimum wage might have been $1 50 years ago, today it could be 10 cents an hour and still have greater buying power than $1 had back then. That is progress, my friends. I know what I'm talking about. And these people know I do. Everybody, Trump knows. If Trump was listening, he'd know I know what I'm talking about. I'm right. Can you imagine how that would free us from the money masters of misery? How that would loosen their hold, get them off, get their thumb off from us, get their stranglehold off from us, okay? We just wouldn't even care anymore. We'd have prosperity coming out the wazoo, and we would have very little to no use for money anymore. It would have been natural progression would have happened automatically, organically, okay? But they don't want that to happen. Think about it. That's the antithesis of what these evil people want. They want us enslaved. They want us impoverished. And what's more, if they can't get their way there, they're not ashamed to let the whole world know they've got this new monument set up, these Georgia Guidestones, where, yes, we're willing, you know what, give us a chance. I mean, and do they have that chance to kill the vast majority of people is what they want to do? They want to get the earth down to 500 million. Well, what are they chemtrailing? They're spraying our skies now. How long have they been doing that? Who's doing it? Is there any accountability, oversight? What's going on there? I mean, are you telling me that there's no chance a biological or chemical weapon one day couldn't all of a sudden just be concocted to spray on the population, and they inoculate their own insiders to protect them? But the rest of the population, all of a sudden, I mean, these people, if they had their way, that's the kind of mad science and evil genius, that's the way their minds work. And they're not afraid to tell you that. And then they'll say, no, I'm the good guy. I'm the altruistic one. I'm the one that deserves to have the earth. Because you guys, you peons, you're not me. You're not elitist. You're not an aristocrat. You're not of the bloodline. You're not a Satanist. You haven't abandoned your conscience. No, we're better than you. We're smarter than you, and we deserve to have the earth. That's their insane thinking. I don't know what else to say, but these are insane people. And I just want people to understand just how far down this rabbit hole to hell we are. This is why I say we're in a lot of trouble, and we're going to have to be very circumspective, very sober-minded in order to get any traction. And the rubber's going to meet the road. It's going to be at God's behest. It's got to be, okay? Because, hey, you know what? We have failed miserably. If these people have the power to take out a president like they did with JFK and to manipulate history to that degree, that should put fear in everybody to say, wow, that is a lot of power. I mean, if they take out the head of the most powerful state on the planet, in the world, okay, America, that's what they can do. That's the power these people have over the masses and over the direction of history and how this ship is being steered. Okay, that's what they have. Well, you think we're not in a lot of trouble? And those are the people, that's how despicable their nature and character is, that they want to get rid of us. Yes, so understand, I mean, oppressing us and bringing in a fourth world status in America, this is nothing to these people, man. That's nothing. If they could, they'd have, fifth world. Hey, let's go further, man. I mean, I just want them dying in mass. They got to die. They got to stop taking my energy, man. They're burning my oil. That's oil for me to burn and my children. We can't have that. And I don't want to talk about disruptive technology, how the earth can support 10 times as many people or 100 times as many people. And it's fact, it's science to prove it. I'll prove it, how that could be done if we could get rid of the dirty technology and not pollute the earth. But they don't want to have that discussion. See what we're up against? Monsters, literally. I mean, for all intents and purposes, these people are freaky ass beasts. I mean, that's where the term in the Bible, the beast. We're under the beast system now, and we're all coerced. We're all forced to serve, to feed this beast. I have a cost of living tax I have to pay. Everybody's got one. Mine's very low, thank God. So I don't want to feed that beast a lot. I don't want to support the beast a lot. But people are, and then they're acting all high and mighty. And, oh, I'm a big taxpayer. Well, then that means you're you're sustaining this beast. You're giving him sustenance. You're feeding him the most. You're making him fat and happy. Okay? So don't be proud. You're feeding a system that's just been going down the tubes for decades upon